Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Elle. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today, exactly as you are. And thank you so much for giving me the space to be here today, exactly as I am. It's the 19th of August and it's actually 11:11 on the dot, so make a wish. I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to pick up the vlog camera because I'm not super like high energy. Once again, reminding myself that is the whole point of this channel, is to be raw and authentic and vulnerable. Obviously, like having boundaries with myself and, you know, with what I share on social media, but it's not only vlogging the happy moments. I didn't get home until a little after 11 last night, and I slept in until 9 o'clock or to like 8:30ish, which is unheard of for me. It was nice to catch up on some rest. I do have a couple different things to do. I'm not really gonna be super hard on myself. I am just kind of gonna take it slow. I introed this vlog like last week, but I didn't film anything after that. I had a good birthday trip and everything. If you're long distance with your partner, you know how much it sucks leaving them. I feel like I've just been kind of bummed out for the past week. I'm sitting here and I'm about to make jewelry for the first time in what feels like weeks. I just needed a bit of a break from making jewelry because I've had my business, I want to say, for a little over a year and a half. I love making jewelry, do not get me wrong whatsoever, but I guess I've just felt kind of burnt out lately. I haven't sat down and made jewelry just simply to make jewelry in quite a while. So that is the plan right now. I'm gonna try and get better at filming my process whenever I do this kind of thing. I just want to throw in here, I feel like I've been subconsciously avoiding making jewelry because this is the longest my nails have been in a while. A few weeks ago, I think I made the conscious choice to myself, oh, I'm actually gonna try and grow out my nails. But I mean, if you make jewelry or like any kind of like hands-on crafter, you know, most of the time like having nails is not really possible. I feel like maybe I was kind of just subconsciously avoiding it as well, because especially with like whenever I'm wire wrapping, like if I do rings, there's no saving those bad boys. I miss like the act of just getting kind of zoned out on something like this, on tedious tasks, because that's what jewelry making is. A lot of it is kind of just tedious, but I love it and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mentioned how I've read like 18 books this month or something, which is true, and 15 or 16 of them have been in the past week. I'm not gonna talk about them all because that would be ridiculous, but anyways, we are gonna talk about what I'm reading right now, which is Painted Scars by Neva Altaj. I feel like I am butchering that like no other. Neva Altaj. I believe she's Russian because Russian mafia romance, which I'm laughing at myself because in a clip last vlog I mentioned how I love golden retriever boys. We've done a 180. The love interest in this one is a freaking mafia boss. Definitely what I read the most of in like on Wattpad, like in middle school and stuff. It's nostalgic in a way, even though I've never read this book before, but I'm currently on page 141. I'm 62% of the way through, so it's not that long of a book. It has 240 pages. I'll probably honestly end up finishing it today. Yeah, I don't know if I'll continue with this series because in the author's note she said like this was the lightest one. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about like mafia violence. This one isn't really like too bad at all, and it's very heavy in the dialogue. I feel like I'm flying through it because it is so heavy in dialogue, but not in like a bad way. The premise of this one, Painted Scars, it's the first book. It's like Perfectly Imperfect series. Nina is like the main girl character, and she's basically like forced into an arranged marriage with the mob boss Roman. The author specifically said this one focuses more on their romance and stuff than in the rest of the books. Not too long after I filmed that clip, I finished Painted Scars, like a 2 or 3 star. Nothing to really write home about. The characters were just kind of flat. I don't think I'll be continuing with that series. I started Taking the Leap by Kristen Ashley. I'm only on page 41, so I'm about 12% of the way through. I don't know if it's just like with the amount of books I've read in the past few days, but my brain is just having like a really hard time wrapping around the words. I don't know if I just need to take a bit of a break and kind of like come back to it whenever I feel ready to read. It's basically like a fake dating trope. There's these 2 people that work together, Alex and Rix, and they work together. Rix lost his legs in a like firefighting accident, so he's like a double amputee, and I guess from the sounds of it they start like a fake date situation. And I like the main character so far. She's like super outdoorsy, like really into doing things outside, and Rix is very much like the same way. Their job is centered around being like an outdoor store. My brain is just having a hard time focusing on the words, which is why I felt like that was so hard for me to explain what the book was about. It's been a little bit since I have talked to you all. I'm sorry for the steering wheel in this shot, but I just got done taking some photos for Instagram. I came down here last night. It's just like a local spring around my area. Like I just timed it poorly, and there was also a weird guy hanging out here. He took a long time to leave, so I kind of just like ended up hanging out in the woods. I'm not coming back to my truck and changing outfits. I'm back down here, and I shot in the other outfit. I still had them packed away in bags. I just finished that up, and I love it down here. It is so darn nice. I don't know if you can hear them, but the crickets, and I'm pretty sure another batch of cicadas. The last time I talked to you all, it was about Taking the Leap, and my brain was just having a hard time focusing on the book. I think just because how many books I've read over the past like week and a half, I was having a hard time focusing in on it. Anyways, I'm on page 129 now. I'm 29% of the way through. I think I'm on chapter 8, and I'm really liking it so far. I think it's fun. I am enjoying it so far. I like the dynamic. I like Rix as like a boy because you can tell he's very protective. He just wants the best for her, but she is not a baby bird by any means. Like she's very much like her own person. She's independent. She loves being like outdoors and stuff like that. She can definitely like handle her own. I think it's just cute that he still feels the need to protect her in a way. I'm really not too far in. Like I'm only 30% of the way, but I am really enjoying it so far. It's a little after 7. I don't feel like going home just yet, so I'm probably gonna sit down here and read a little bit more. I may smoke as well. I brought that stuff down. So I just started The Friend Zone. I'm literally only on chapter 3, page 11. I'm 4% of the way through it. Like, not far at all. And it's already fucking cute. It wasn't really like a meet cute. If anything, it was like the opposite of a meet cute. But I can already tell they're gonna have cute banter. Or at least I hope they have good banter, because it seems like it from like the 2nd chapter. It's about Kristen and Josh. And Kristen is like the maid of honor. Josh is the best man, their best friend's wedding. They interact, they have to work together because they're planning this wedding, but the kicker is Kristen can't have kids. She has to have like a medical procedure where it means she can't have kids, and Josh wants a big family, so that's like a big point of contention for them. Is that a deal breaker or not kind of situation? This is gonna be my first time reading a book where infertility is the main underlying theme, so I'm really kind of interested to see how that plays out. I'm not sure how far I'm actually going to get in this right now because I've been working on jewelry listings pretty well like all day. I'm still not done. I have just like a handful more because I want to have a shop update on the 3rd of September, and I think I have plans to FaceTime a friend at like 6:30. I don't think I updated you last. Finished Taking the Leap by Kristen Ashley, which is funny because the main character in the book I'm reading now, his name is Kristen. I think I rated it 4 stars, at least like on Goodreads/Amazon, because you can't do half-star reviews, but I think whenever I do it on my Storygraph, it's gonna be either like a 4.25 or a 4.5. It was a really good book. You know you're really enjoying a book whenever like you get pissed at the fucking characters, like, oh my god. 57% of the way through the friend zone. I'm on page 205. So if you've read this book and you know where I am, I'm liking this book so far. I've read, I would say, probably like 100 pages this morning. I was a little over 100 pages whenever I woke up, and I've just been reading for the last hour or so. Been having a good time doing that. I have a little fairy ambiance going on. Called it. I fucking called it. That is... I'm on page 352 of Friend Zone. If you know, you know. Okay, so I just finished The Friend Zone. I liked it a lot. It was really good. Freaking Kristen and Josh's dynamic was so cute. Like, protective golden retriever boy right off the bat. I love their world so much that I'm jumping right into the second book. I'm starting to read the Happy Ever After playlist, which is book 2, which it follows Sloane from the first book. So I finished the second book in the Friend Zone series, and I rate it lower than the first book. I would probably say I gave the Friend Zone probably like 4.5, maybe even 4.75 stars, like very close to 5 stars. I don't think it was a 5-star for me. I feel like there could have been more to it. Like, I loved the characters and everything, but I feel like for a 5-star, I have to go through all the range of emotions. Like, I was close to tearing up in the Friend Zone. I really was. That being said, I feel like the Happy Ever After playlist, I liked it. I enjoyed the story, but I didn't like it as much. I would probably rate it 3.5 stars. Yeah, we're gonna go 3.5 stars because it didn't want to make me read the last one. Like, I really have no interest in reading the last one. I started It Happened One Summer this morning, and I'm on page 67. I'm only 17% of the way through. I worked all day, so I didn't get a chance to read or anything, but I am enjoying it so far. We got like a Grumpy Sunshine trope, and almost like, I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, but definitely like they're not super fond of each other right off the bat. I hope you can hear the rain outside. It's so freaking nice. It makes me feel so cozy, especially like reading. It was the last hour of work, and all I was thinking to myself was, oh, I just want to be at home with a book. I may even make myself a cup of hot tea because that was something I really got into the habit of earlier this year. But as it started to get warmer, I stopped making hot tea.